I've had several people make comments and suggestions, and they're really good suggestions. Don't want people to misunderstand what I'm saying here. But I have not focused on this, and probably I should have. This bush, this is a shrub, and this is a legume. There's a natural pioneer legume shrub species that grows here. Now, this has not been planted out in probably less than 2 years. I think the guy that had the ochre on this field was a year ago. And this is a pioneer species that has come here on its own. Now, this entire area was covered in this. I cut a whole bunch of this stuff down. So, it's not that we're not using legumes. We are. But I'm using them very different. I'm not using them obviously. I've focused on showing you guys the fruit trees and not the legumes. So we're going to take a little walk. I'm going to show you the legumes we do have growing here. This is Lukina. Now, Lukina is a really big, common, tropical legume. It's a pioneering species as well, and I have this everywhere here. All the trees that we cut down were Lukina. So everywhere you see me laying wood and laying branches and laying leaves, those are all leaves from either Lukina or guango, both of which are leguminous trees. Now, I have intentionally let this Lukina grow, and I've planted Lukina in many, many other places. So this will help. It's a fast grower, grows much faster than the fruit trees do. And we can coppice this, and it'll continue to come back for a long time. This is another legume, pioneer legume species. Here they call this a maca. I don't know what it is. I don't know what you would call it anywhere else. But this is a legume tree. Problem is, this is a very thorny tree. We don't want the thorns, so we have been clearing this to get rid of it. Now, we have been replacing it with other things. So every time we cut this down, it drops its roots, which are full of nitrogen modules, into the soil. Now, this is Moringa. Now, we planted this all the way down the canal. This is on the uphill side of the swale. This is a legume. They call it the miracle tree. It has many, 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 many good properties. It's got more vitamin C than oranges, more protein than... it's just filled with everything that makes you healthy. It is the ultimate superfood. But it's a legume. Being put on the uphill side of the swale is feeding the soil. But it also gives us the ability to coppice this and dry the leaves and put them in food. We're going to get the benefit of having the moringa. So here's another legume put in place for us to be able to cut down and bring back. Now again, this is Lukina. It's all Lukina. This whole tree here was a Lukina. Now if you look, all of this wood all comes from either Lukina, guango, or maca, all three of which are legumes. So we're getting, there's a lot of leguminous growth in the ground here. Now, last, but certainly not least, in our legumes planted, we have this. This is cowpea. Now, we have several different peas or beans planted in this section. Now, this is in the banana circle, so you see this has had more time. We are starting these from seed, so it takes longer for them to get going. But we do have cowpea. We also have beans and a couple other different types of pea. I think I got 4 or 5 different peas. So there's the legumes, guys. We do have them. They are primarily for biomass, both above and below the ground. At least that's what I'm using them for. But it's not to say we're not ignoring the legumes. They're critical, and they are an integral part of the system.